we don't do vocal warm-ups, do we? Oh, you classic. Hamish always starts the podcast with well. Every single time he goes well. That's how you know the podcast has started. He goes well.
Well, we used to do the whole clap. We haven't done
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1 clap.
Well,
Which
we haven't done
might...
a clap in ages.
Well, we will be back doing a clap, I imagine.
I refuse to clap.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a mega diva. I hope I've got my, what's it called, where you get a like all the things you want, like a bag of M&Ms and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
A rider. That's what I want for next Sunday. No spoilers, everyone, but we're meeting up in person.
Oh, we are.
And I'm the talent. Obviously,
yeah, because you're the one. You're the reason everyone clicks on Push the Point. Well, I think you two are the reason, and I'm the only one.
Consistently voted. Well,
I reckon
it's
in
just
the comments.
Mustache Appreciation Society, really.
Mustache Appreciation Society.
I've got. Anyway.
No, you don't. No, it's all. I think it's Hamish. Hamish is the draw.
Hamish is the draw.
They get a lot of Hamish, so it's gonna be fun to be on.
Yeah, they do. They get a lot. That's because Hamish is the only one that
making videos.
Plays.
He's gonna make these videos as well. So
yeah.
But I've actually put some effort in.
You have.
I've pulled my finger out and actually built some decks for Sunday. So I'm very excited for Hamish and Simon to experience some original Dan Trip builds, and a big shout out to Teklo Foundry, who's making lots of Silver Age content at the moment with lots of good deck techs that I've been borrowing for Sunday as well. But there's going to be some Dan Trip originals in there as well. So.
I'm very excited. I'll be honest. I'm very excited to try what this format is about. Obviously, Hamish has been making videos about his experience playing this new format. I haven't
with gameplay.
With gameplay.
I haven't interacted with it yet, and I'm quite excited to see what it's all about.
Yeah. It just reminds you of how good the rares are in Flesh and Blood. Like, I'm going through and I'm like, these are good. These are really. It's so different to Commoner. I really do think that. Like, the power level between Commoner.
Yeah, the rares are so powerful.
It's really notable, and it's cool.
I have been enjoying Hamish's chat on our Patreon Discord though, because he will put a new deck out there, and as if to say, like, "What do you think, guys?" And then people will give opinion. He's like, "No, you're wrong."
I did notice that.
Oh no!
He's like, "Look at this deck I made. What do you think?" And then they're like, "Oh, well, what about this?" And he's like, "No, it's perfect."
Hang on, I don't even think I said, "What do you think?"
You didn't. You put it out there.
I said, "Here's the Verdance deck I've been running," and then someone goes, "Well, I think," and I go, "It doesn't matter what you think."
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I've been running this deck for a good few games, and I think it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I really like the Verdance build.
It is
I like
really
the. I think anything that's going to be throwing arcane and physical in a low health format is always going to be a deck to contend.
No, I disagree. I don't.
Well,
I disagree. Anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Considering just say the best deck in the format is Briar, so sure.
Well, that's the one that's throwing all that arcane. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
it's got nothing to do with those 0 for 4s.
Yeah, the 0 for 4, but there's physical and arcade. I genuinely think it's very powerful, and I think that at the start of Silver Age it is gonna be quite aggressive. And
arcane
I think
polarity
probably knows that. But yeah, exactly. That is the key, right? That is not being banned, and it's a nice little reminder that LSS, I think, has a plan for Silver Age, which is that card's existence is like okay.
We will get into the Silver Age part in a minute, but let's just do our due diligence for the non-Fab.
Yeah, we're not talking
about we can't talk about it yet. It's too early.
We should do a reverse episode where we talk about Flesh and Blood at the start and then do Home News.
That would mess up so many minds.
Yeah, people would go crazy.
Would be like, people would go, "Oh, okay. I guess they've just stopped." Anyway, right.
They're just stopped.
Right. Hamish.
Yes.
What are you drinking?
I have brought with me another beer, an NFL sad beer. By the way, that game against the Raiders It's pretty good.
Oh, I mean, 68-yard field goal record, Cam Little.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I say I don't.
I'm
really
already on.
I don't actually. I'm just sat there and went,
things.
"Oh, he threw the ball really far." Anyway,
that was
right. Hazy
I
Jane.
I enjoyed the England Australia game.
What, rugby?
You
I don't
enjoyed
know
the
if you
rugby
guys
this
have
weekend?
heard of this sport. It's called rugby. It's what we actually.
Yeah, it was a great result for England. They looked a bit disjointed at times, but it was never really in doubt.
Yeah.
Australia.
They got a maul try, which is like one of the most satisfying things ever. I love it when they all go like a group.
Talking of rugby, right? Speaking of rugby, I'm a little bit flattered. I've actually found a famous celebrity that I think I look like, and I am happy I look like.
Is it Joe Marler?
It is.
Is it
yes.
Joe Marler?
It is. Yes.
Mate, I was genuinely thinking you and Joe Marler have such similar personalities. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
It's
like you're
balls.
both like
you're both. I want his build.
You're both sensitive souls.
Yeah.
But on the surface, you're like, but deep down you're both sensitive souls.
I looked at him and I'm like, and Faye said, "Oh, I quite fancy him," and I was like, I just want to be as big as him. Literally just looks like he's wearing a coat, but it's actually a t-shirt because it's the only thing that fits him.
He's a large man.
He's a big man.
He's a big man. Well, he's a I don't
prop forward.
He's an absolute unit. Anyway, Simon, who are you drinking? Who are you drinking?
Whoa! We suddenly went into drink.
It's funny.
Well, no, he did say.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. As soon as he started
talking
about
Hazy Jane. It's funny you should ask who I'm drinking because I've got a Professor Peppy from Aldi, which is their knockoff Dr. Pepper.
Oh no! Ring ring! Someone's on call.
I'm on call. Welcome.
The day we still haven't found the day. I don't know why you do on call because it doesn't seem to exist.
Peppy.
Simon's never left. Oh, look at that!
He left once, didn't he?
No, I've not left in the middle of a podcast. It's going to happen now. We've said it. But I have missed a couple of podcasts because I've had to stay at work. So.
Well, if it does, I've got a 2-man view button, and we'll just turn into.
Have you?
Yeah, just in case, but it's never happened. All right, wildcard trip. What you want?
I am actually drinking another one of the beers I got for my birthday.
Oh yeah,
so I've got
beers.
Old Hooky.
Oh, I love an Old Hooky.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic beer.
I bet you do.
Yeah, look at this. So it's a Hook Norton Brewery Company. So I'm going to be enjoying this.
That's Oxford way, isn't it? Hook Norton.
Ooh, couldn't tell you. Off the top of my head, might say on the bottle. Can't find out.
Right.
No, don't know.
No.
Can you believe?
Don't know. Don't care.
We're at episode 111.
Triple one.
I think
all the ones.
It's time to dub this as a new season.
No, we already did that, mate.
just making it up.
No,
we literally did that for episode 101, and we discussed it.
It was on the podcast. Go back.
We had the conversation.
It was a short season. It's a short.
No,
podcast season. Is that it?
It's a new. We're on a new season now, lads. It's season 4. Okay.
We are not. No, I refuse.
It's the Silver Age season.
The only person that controls the seasons is me because you set them on the Spotify upload.
Oh, do you?
They are an actual thing. Yeah,
okay. Well, okay.
You haven't convinced me.
Well, when Silver Age is out, that'll be the new season. Is that fair? Look at that.
Beautiful.
That's like an iron brew.
That's a real beer. That is. None of this lager malarkey. None of this.
This is
whatever.
Funny story about Old Hooky.
Yeah. Go on.
I've got an American friend who he lived in the UK for a little while, and he absolutely loves Old Hooky and Hook Norton Brewery beers. And he asked me if I could send some across to the States. So I did. I packaged it up. I tried to because you're not really meant to send beer or alcohol in the post. I couriered it. It got taken away. It got taken by the TSA or customs or whatever.
So you're telling us a story about
it never got there.
Right. So you're telling us a story about how you sent post that never arrived
illegally. Yeah, it never arrived.
Oh, Simon tried to break the law. And he
tried and failed.
He tried and failed.
Tried, and I fought the law, and the law won.
Yeah.
It is from Oxford, Simon. Are we doing home news?
Yeah.
I was in Oxford. This is a true story. Yes.
Oh, hang on. Home news. Home news.
Sorry.
Home news.
Guess I was in a restaurant. Guess who was sat behind me in the restaurant? I will
Jacob
give
Clements.
you one clue.
Was it Joe Marler?
I'll give you one clue. It was someone from the Traitors.
Was it?
Yeah.
Claudia Winkleman.
George Rogers.
No. George Rogers.
Are you calling him a traitor?
No, not
He's a traitor.
Who do you think would be in Oxford having his lunch?
Lunch.
Having his lunch in Oxfordshire.
Oh, Stephen Fry.
It was Stephen Fry.
Yes!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was very strange.
Wow.
Because he has a very distinctive voice, and we were like, "Oh,
that's
he's
Stephen
just there." Like literally.
That would have been very strange because I've just listened to a Harry Potter book. So
yeah, and he was talking about the Traitors the whole, pretty much the entire time he was there with just some friends, and he was talking a lot about the Traitors. No spoilers, fortunately or unfortunately, however you feel, but. Yeah, so that was weird. That's my home news. Basically.
Cool. That's really cool.
I was like, that's pretty much probably one of the most famous British people.
Oh, he's a treasure.
In Britain.
There's Stephen Fry, David Attenborough.
Those are probably two of the biggest.
I was gonna say, but I don't think he counts. But he might count. Graham Norton.
Not Graham Norton, but I would say
he is Sir.
I mean. He's also Irish, but
yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think that's what I mean. I don't think it counts. But I do think
Judi Dench,
yeah, 100%. And I think over time, when we get a bit older, I think Alan Carr will be.
I think so too. I wouldn't have said that a couple of years ago, but I think he's on the the track.
Yeah, he is that. And the guy who did The Chase, I reckon he's also a bit of a treasure. The guy
Bradley
who did
Walsh.
the big guy, the chaser.
No,
yeah,
I think Bradley Walsh is a bit of a treasure, but no. But there are some like Stephen Fry and David Attenborough are like they're top
British celebrities. Hamish, what's your home news?
Oh, what did I do? Oh yeah, it's not really home news, but I did go to a ProQuest. Oh, maybe I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, save that for. This is a good bit, by the way. Save that for the fab bit.
I don't really have much. Oh, I've been playing. I've been getting my Trench Crusade campaign from the club. Mm-hmm. I'm now getting into round 7 of 10 rounds throughout our campaign. And I've painted all my models with all my paint pots and everything all around me, and I'm very happy with that. So there you go. That's my home news. And Simon?
Wonderful. I went and did something very relaxing down in Kent this weekend. My sister works for a company called Sea Scrub Sauna in Kent, and I had a sauna on the beachfront, and it was brilliant. Yeah.
That sounds nice.
An hour of sauna at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night.
What beach was it? Whitstable?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And then jumped in the sea when it was all done, and it was really cold but very invigorating.
You did that ice plunge and went, "Oh, I feel alive."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, cool home news.
Yeah, let's go.
We are really excited.
Oh no, we've got some.
Oh yeah, partners. Them lot. You lot.
They make them
sound so.
We haven't even done the wheel, have we?
Oh,
we're so excited.
So eager.
Well,
okay, right. Just do the Wheel of Time trip. What is it?
Well, I've spun the wheel.
Yeah.
Sorry. What is it? Great question. Every episode of Push the Point, which we do every 2 weeks, we spin a wheel, and on that wheel are the names of everybody who is very kindly supporting us as a Patreon on the Patreon platform. And if it lands on your name, you get 6 packs of Flesh and Blood. Currently, I think we are doing Super Slam. We are on Super Slam.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get 6 packs of Super Slam. Very exciting set with lots of very cool cards in it. And lots of very good reprints is, I think, one of the secret. It wasn't really a secret, but it was one of those things that I don't think I truly appreciated until I started opening Super Slam, which was the quality of the reprints in that set. However, we have spun that wheel, and the winner. Oh, sorry, the winner.
Oh, what?
That's the winner. It's very cool wheel. Is Brandon C.
Oh,
congratulations, Brandon C. On winning 6 packs of Super Slam. So we'll get that sent to you. We will be in contact, or Simon will be in contact, and we'll sort that out for you. But thank you for being a Patreon supporter, and thank you to the rest of the patrons who are supporting us, and we are using your money for some of the recording we're doing this
Yeah.
upcoming weekend. So I hope you guys feel like that's good use of value of that money. Yes, and Hamish is showing off in the video some of the new microphones, the new lapel mics that we have picked up, which is going to make recording gameplay footage a dream, you might say.
A doddle.
Yeah.
Look at this. Cool.
I didn't even know.
Doing
I didn't
Look
even
at
know.
this. Microphones. It's so cool. When I busted it out, I was like, ooh. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the audio descriptor service there from Trip for the Spotify.
Well, I have to remember the Spotify listeners. I listen on Spotify to the podcast mostly. I very rarely watch it on YouTube. But I do listen to it on Spotify occasionally because I quite like listening to the sound of my own voice. Hamish, we have other partners on Push the Point. Would you like to describe them and what they do and how they support this wonderful podcast?
Wow, we've got 3 amazing partners. We've got Thistle Tavern, a Scottish shingle seller from Aberdeen, an awesome single seller that provides different cards of your choosing from One Piece, Magic the Gathering, and of course, Flesh and Blood. If you're a Push the Point patron, you get 10% off all your singles. So, it's money well saved, really. A lot of people do join the Patreon because of that amazing deal, and they are an amazing partner that we've hooked up with for a number of years now. And if you're from the Aberdeen area, you should check it out. They've been on TV. I feel like I've just got these scripts like embedded into my brain. Anyway, we've also got Metal Fab Tokens, an awesome metal token seller from America. If you are interested in picking up some metal tokens for your Flesh and Blood game, they also do it for a couple of other card games as well. You should go check out the store. The link is also below. And if you're Push the Point patron, you get to find out whenever he's got some cool new tokens. We can let you know sooner before anyone else to pick them up in the UK. And we've got PCG UK, an awesome grading card company. PCG is a worldwide. They have lots of different offices all across the globe, and they're all about grading your Flesh and Blood cards, which I've got a Bolton one here, and they do it in quite thin PCG deck slabs, which can fit in a deck box. If you're a Push the Point patron, you get 10% off for your grading. Easy peasy. So,
what more could you want?
Why are you not a patron if you live in the UK? Why?
Caveat.
Yeah, if you live in the UK.
Well, yeah, thanks everyone who supports. It is very meaningful to us, and makes us feel motivated to keep making this podcast and keep making amazing episodes for you. So thank you so much for your support. We do appreciate it quite a lot.
Flesh and blood.
Flesh and blood time.
Flesh and blood. To be fair,
so before we get into the silver A,
can we talk about the Sydney calling?
We should. I thought we were going to talk about ProQuest.
ProQuest.
We could talk about ProQuest.
Yeah, let's talk about ProQuest. We had a calling. Let's do some CC stuff, and then main topic, Silver Age. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because when we meet up face to face, it is going to be released around about the time for Worlds. So we will spend that time talking about Worlds, really. But I don't really know if there's much to talk about because I think it's a meta that's quite set.
There's some big news we probably should talk about, but
yeah, we should, but we'll wait until we meet up. So ProQuest. I went to a Living Legend ProQuest.
What was that?
Everyone's favorite format. So I'm sure there was like.
And I'm gonna turn
50 people there.
No, there was 16.
That's a pretty good turnout.
That's not bad for Living Legend. No, for Living Legend, it is. ProQuest, that for a Pro Tour that's in Japan, and no matter what way you swing it, they don't tend to be. If it was a ProQuest in Europe, everyone goes some dog piles in because they need to. They want to go because they could go. So this one's just playing for playing's sake and try and win a gold foil. And yes, Living Legend is not that popular. I was expecting sub 10, but we got 16.
Okay, all right. You had low expectations.
Yeah, I did. So I thought it was actually an all right turnout. Now, you guys know where I came, but
I do.
Yeah, I came 9th. Boo. But it is what it is. There's only 4 rounds. I lost my first 2 games. My next game I won. My opponent just dropped, so I won. And then I played into a Dromai, to which I won. and I lost to David Cuff on Starvo, and I lost to the winner, Ben Westmore, on Zen. So these are two pretty good players playing two pretty good decks, and there's only one way you can do it. I was playing Viscerai. There's only one way you can sort of get round the Zen. I knew I wasn't going to win that because that's not favourable. You just got to kind of really blow out in the first 2 to 3 turns.
Is yours a red line Viscerai deck, or is it a more balanced Viscerai deck?
Pretty red. I mean, I just put in the Malefics, the Rune Ranger Swarms. It's pretty much CC, but you have Scalia.
And without Dirge, because it's been restricted, right?
Dirge was just, I lost 2 cards in my deck. It really was not that big of a
I was going to say, your deck got hit right before tournament, right?
That was a bit annoying, but I also just thought all of those games that I played that I didn't I didn't see Dirge. So I was like, even the cards I knew I swapped them out for, I didn't even see them.
You're playing Rosetta, right? Playing Rosetta Thorn. Sure.
No, that's banned.
No, I mean, weren't you playing that before it was banned?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like that really didn't. I did think that card should be banned because I felt like it was taking the mick out of something that was already doing so much that I didn't need it. So I just ran Duskblade instead, and in the end, you against Starvo, you tend to play in these sort of games where you've got to do a big turn and then do a bit of a rinse repeat, and that's where Rosetta gets a bit good. But Duskblade just goes, hey. I get a number that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But anyway, I didn't win those 2 games. David Cuff did he did really well. He played it really well. He understood the matchup. And I did do a Sonata turn with only 8 rune chants. So I drew 4 and 4. So I drew 7, which isn't that much. But I drew 1 card. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was a blue.
It's gut-wrenching, isn't it, when it happens? It's like,
he went, oh, sorry, bro. And I went, I have lived this life for so many years. I don't get sad. The only thing I'm sad about is that it was a blue rune flash. It's like, God's sake. It's not even worth this. Oh, well. And then that was pretty much, I think, the moment I lost the game. Because, who cares? And then that's it. Came 9th. I will say, I think Living Legends is too dunked on. Like, too dunked on, in my opinion.
It's the current for like scapegoat, isn't it? It's the current.
I don't think it's great
topic of conversation.
I don't think it is great. I think LSS has done a pretty bad job on knowing what they want to do with it. I think when they banned the Zephyr Needle, at that moment, I thought, what are we doing with this? Because
it's sort of like what's the format meant to be? As soon as you have too many of these bans, it's like, well, the whole point of the format. Well, to me, I thought the whole point of the format is just extreme. Like, as few bans as possible.
I just don't understand why they took cards away from another class and another set of heroes doing powerful stuff, which was like, cool, that's fine. Multiple classes and heroes doing powerful stuff is the point. No, not you guys. And not you, Chain. And not you. And I'm like, okay. But someone's going to fill that void. It doesn't matter who you turn around and say not you. It just goes, all right, I guess, you still got all the books. There's still stupid stuff going on. I just don't get it. But then even when you're playing it, it's not as if it's like so easy to just be insane. Even when I played against Ben, we're both doing very powerful stuff, but there's still some intricacies within what you're doing that I think it's worth actually giving it some nod to go, this is not easy to do and fun to play. It's not as if it's not snowballed, if that makes sense. I think always you see 2 sides doing very powerful stuff, and that's fine. but there is ultimately only one winner. And I looked at it and went, well, what the hell's the difference between this and CC? Like, seriously.
Well, that's what we discussed on the last episode of the podcast, wasn't it? Which is like, what's
the difference?
Why are we trying to have two different versions of the same game, essentially, with two different ban lists?
No, but what I mean is that there's still I think when you watch me play that chain in Battle Hardened London, at the Pro Tour,
that was fun to watch.
That was fun to watch, but that was gross.
Yeah, but it was like. But it was wicked.
Yeah, but we loved it because you're seeing your boy win. Yeah,
I mean, if I was watching you, if you were the other player, I'd be like, oh, this is a bit rough. But because you were the one doing it, I was like, yeah, this is great.
But he was actually gross, and which I do agree. A full powered Starvo and full powered chain is not really a format you should really, bother with. They do need to be worked out, but I just don't understand why everyone else needs to be worked out.
Yeah, I think it's to me, Living Legend is the nice to have, but I don't think Living Legend should be part of LSS's like growth tactic for the game. Like, for me, it's nice that it exists, and I like the fact what they've done up until now, which is to have the occasional ban here and there to keep the format from just becoming like degenerate or like single hero format. But I think as soon as they made it a competitive worlds level format, it lost a bit of its charm. Like, and I think that's why people are laying into it so heavily, because it's a bit like we never. I don't.
When it was a battle really asking format, for it. When it was like the next level down, I think. It's fun, right? You've touched on it, Hamish. It's fun to get all the big power cards out every once in a while and have a bit of a blast when it's battle hardened level.
But specifically battle hardened level at a Pro Tour, because you didn't go there to go and do the battle hardened.
Agreed.
Yeah. Right? But I think why it's being dunked on, and I get your point, Hamish, it has become the big topic of conversation, especially with Worlds 2 weeks away, it's being dunked on because it's not a fair and balanced format. Like, there are significant.
Well, who is it?
Imbalances in it.
Yeah, but who? That's the thing. I don't think anyone actually knows who they're moaning about.
Well, prior to last week, it was Runeblades.
Okay.
Prior to the bans, it was Runeblades, right? You've said yourself, Rosetta Thorn is a crazy weapon. Dirge is a great card.
I do think that ban that Viceroy got was fair. I thought that's fair enough.
No, yeah, I'm saying is, I agree. They were overpowered. Runeblades were overpowered, but the combination of it being a competitive format at Worlds, having a bans and restricted announcement 3 weeks before Worlds on very little data, like it all adds up to a bad decision made when it was put into Worlds.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Trip's exactly right. If it was just a nice to have format as the battle hardened that was being played alongside a calling or Worlds, then that's great fun.
I think for the Pro Tour it's absolutely fine. I do genuinely
not in the Pro Tour.
No, 100% in the Pro Tour. 100%. I think it's actually fine, because I do think that these 400 and so invited players can get on with it. Because I think they could. I'm playing this game. No, seriously, they could.
As a player, do you want to go to a Pro Tour? Do you want to be invited to a Pro Tour? Do you want to just have to get on with it?
Yeah.
Or do you want to actually enjoy playing the games?
What is the difference between people moaning about their draft picks and having 3 weeks of preparation for a format where you could just get there's unfortunately
a limited format, like
100%, and you can get high rolled, and everyone goes, oh, if only my draft pick was rubbish and blah blah blah. Yeah, there's just another thing they can moan about, but they get on with it. And the same with Living Legend. There is some skill and nuance to it, and you make a choice around what you're doing. It's the same as CC. It is the same as CC, but you've got to just think that you're going to do some really powerful stuff. You can play Viceroy, and I've done it, and he does some insanely dumb stuff.
Yeah,
but you are rolling, as we know, the dice. You've done it with me, Simon. Back in the day, you've been there. You have to roll some dice. you have to be a bit fortunate in your draw, but you don't have to play him.
No,
you play. You don't have to play him, and that's I don't understand really for the Pro Tour what the issue is. For the call-in, I do get it because I'm paying money to get in, and do you know what I mean? It's a different thing. Like, I'm traveling to play the calling, which is what most of us really do when we went to Barcelona or if we go to Amsterdam.
I think you and I
or
are
if we
coming
go
at
to
this
Pro
from
Tour.
opposite ends of the spectrum.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking about. Well, I'm not thinking.
No, I get what you're saying.
I think that the general public.
Your perspective is you're paying for this event. You want to get the most enjoyment out of that event because you're paying for it.
I understand.
So if
where
you're being
people
invited
go to Philly,
and it's a test of your skills, then it's different.
Well, at the end of the day, right, the calling at the Pro Tour is one of the actual big metrics I think LSS and the people really want to work on. It's the side events and the calling events, because that is what really gets that's the mass number of people are there, and the mass number of people are going to be taking part in that event. The Pro Tour is a marketing event. That's all it is, because it's no money made. It's literally only loss, because you don't pay to get in. You get low numbers, and £250,000 goes. Do you know what I mean?
They're not held in isolation, man. They're not. But
some of them leave to take and pay money to play the calling.
Absolutely, that's what I mean. It's not held in isolation. So
people travel for this event.
In a way, the Pro Tour and the Worlds, and they are lost leaders because they're inviting the big players to get the hype, to get the big prize money.
And the hype is a calling Living Legend event, which is not what the public want. Which is fine. I think if they turn around and switched it,
but Living Legend is also part of World Championships.
I don't mind that. I think that's fine. I think that's actually going to be quite. I bet you any money you're going to probably be more interested to tune in longer and actually watch the Living Legend games than you would do the limited.
I quite like watching draft. You and I are very different on that.
That's fair, but
you're not interested in limited at all.
Because I think I'm just anyway.
I noticed Trip's been very quiet.
I've only got one question to ask, and I wanted to ask this to you guys: is that I think that if Legend doesn't work, I think this big plan that LSS has been riding on throughout our entire time playing this game feels slightly scuppered, because what are we actually going to do with this eternal format of your cards being owned? What are we going to really do with these heroes that you've grown up liking? Because remember, this whole time...
Well, you're just going to deal with it like you deal with any other game, which is that you don't get to play the cards anymore. Like, be a grown-up.
I know.
Sorry.
I agree. No, I agree. But I wonder, because LSS did say, Living Legend LSS, format.
I just think
they've also released new heroes like Prism.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think if you're like, I'm not going to be able to play Viserai. I mean, do you really want to play the exact same version of Viserai forever? Like, they're gonna print another. No. They're gonna print another Viserai, guys. Like, they've already printed another Prism. They're gonna print another Dorinthia.
No,
they're gonna print new versions of these heroes, which is why I kind of don't like Living Legend, because it's sort of like it's just everything that's wrong with today's society. You know, like people just get given everything they want, and you know what? Maybe we should, not get everything we want sometimes. Think about that, everyone.
I actually think
that what you really want?
I think they should turn around and just let Living Legend be.
Well, life's tough.
Let Living Legend
right, let's
be.
Move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we talk about?
I love that. That's the only thing I said on that topic was basically buck your ideas up.
Grow up, anyway.
Grow up.
Right, Simon. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Anyway, CC. Yeah.
Now let's talk about.
You watched the calling, Sydney?
I didn't watch calling Sydney because it's basically on at night time.
Did you rewatch it?
I watched the last couple of rounds of CC. Swiss, and I watched the top 8.
I watched. I sped round some of the games. And let's be real, it's Syndra versus Verdance, right?
It's Syndra, right? I mean,
no, it's not. It's Verdance.
Top 8.
I think Verdance is pretty good.
Pretty good. Top 8 was 5 Syndra, 2 Verdants, and a Prism.
But you've also got to count that was quite a few Verdances that were, or just it was a one in away. Yeah. Like it was just one win away, and it turned that way.
And Verdance has been, just because this top 8 was like that, we've seen a lot of Verdance.
I think it showed. I think it showed an interesting parallel of like the Australia-New Zealand meta with the UK, like very ninja heavy.
Yeah, Jacob Clements though, being himself.
Jacob Clements,
1 win away.
Like he is traveling the world and winning those points, those Player of the Year points. He's going for every last one.
Did you watch his Honestly, did you watch his
No,
Prism
I was
game?
told about it though.
So good.
He absolutely
so good.
Just destroyed them.
No, it was watching someone have a real plan. Now, I do think the Prism player did one fundamental throw it away move when he used his Halo as a spell void 2 to stop Arcane.
Oh,
yeah. I think I was like, okay, there goes the one turn that makes Prism so insane.
Yeah.
Other than that, one of the best games I've seen. It looked so He won on 43 health. I was like, how did he have like that? So anyway, watch it, Trip. It's good. It's so good.
Jacob's only 16 points behind Brody on the World
close now.
I think it's that. Close. Imagine Worlds.
Probably going to be Worlds. It's going to be Worlds. Yeah,
it's got to be Worlds. Point, right? That did it. The photo finish. That'd be sick. Anyway, I watched the calling.
LSS must be like, we did not expect this to be. I mean, they must be so happy. You can see in some of their writing as well that they were like, this is great, because it could have just been the Brody show. And it's kind of cool that.
And they've got actual competitions in each global area. Well,
Brody's won America and Jacob's won Europe. That's all we know. So,
but being the number one is pretty high, and it would be a lot for Jacob as well, because obviously everybody knows Brody, but like it would be hype.
It would be hype. But
anyway, we talked about that. We talked about this on the last episode, so maybe we shouldn't revisit that again.
But, okay, let's do.
No, so just before we finish the calling, Sydney, there were some really good games in the top 8. Like the Prism Syndra game was really good.
Oh, but that was dominating. One guy does not put any poppers in, and Prism goes. I guess it's
bang.
But I guess I'll just get this. There
was one turning point. There was one turning point, and if you go and watch the game, it was a really good game.
I do think that the Verdance versus
Matt
Syndra,
Rogers back in the top 8.
Yeah,
of calling.
He had some. I tell you what, they had some weird cards in their Verdance deck. Some proper what is this, Silver Age? Like weird cards going in. But I have to say, watching a Verdance versus Syndra match and the Verdance winning is what I think is a very good game, because I literally do this when the Syndra plays. Tap, because I'm just going to go, 1, 10, 3, 10. And I'm like, I know what you're going to do. I want to see what Verdance does, because that one is actually more technical. And even though I know what they're going to do, they're going to play Felling. And they're going to swing. They're just going to swing.
Isn't that interesting?
I mean,
it is interesting.
It's a Silver Age at this point. I'm watching Silver Age, but instead of 40 health, it's 10 health.
Imagine if we'll talk about that in the Silver Age bit. But
did I get you to 8? Yes. Now I wait to draw my burn.
Yeah,
that's the game.
I think that. Do you want to talk about Silver Age?
I sure do.
Okay.
Simon is like, but I don't know. Now, Simon, now we're gonna.
I've barely played it. I've just been building
played it.
For it, so I'm a bit more aware, and I've been watching a lot of Silver Age content because it's just interesting to me. So.
So for someone who's playing it a lot, can I give you my?
Give me the too long didn't read for Silver Age.
It's just aggro.
Yeah.
There's no it's all aggro. It's a 2-turn format. So this is what it's like. It's 2-turn format. It's all aggro. There's no blocking. There's no fatigue. Just it's the most boring format in the world. So there you go.
Cool. And it's not because This game
no 4-block.
I will say we're in the peak of enjoyment because nobody knows what's meta.
Okay, I would say that people think they know.
Yeah,
but
I love
whether
it.
that's actually the case.
I walk in with Verdant and they go, "Sorry, looking for something that's meta," as they're playing Max, and I'm like, "What are you? What do you even? What?" I do have a good idea.
They just want to play Briar and Vi, right?
Well,
that's what they think.
I do have a good idea what is meta. So Simon, it's actually Blitz, and I know it is Blitz. But I
mean, I could have guessed.
No, I know, but like, you know what was kind of good in Blitz? It's kind of good in this. What I found very interesting is the really good heroes that you've seen in CC and Blitz were the ones genuinely had some very good commons and rares, because you can really see straight away, oh, this hero, i.e. Bolton, literally only worked because the Majestics were such the only thing he had going for him. But when you take that away, there isn't really much to go on versus the heroes that had some really glue common and rares to that,
or heroes that really rely on a legendary card. Like, that's the other thing as well.
I actually would love you to think of what is Katsu? Because I kept thinking, why is Katsu not there? And
Bonds is banned.
Is that it? No, but it's like, what? There's no armor, really. And there's no defense reactions, really.
That's not true at all.
Okay, no. There is.
Because Blade Beckner is basically like, everyone is running Blade Beckner.
But there's no defense reactions.
Yeah, but that is. I think saying there's no armor is.
I take that back. I do take
heroes that normally would have no armor. Some actually have. You're like, oh shit, they've got Battle 1-1 or Battle 1-2 sort of with Blade Beckner. Blade Beckner is a really interesting one.
Waiting for people to actually run that in CC when they realise, hey, these are good.
They realise in CC it's not good. I'm not good. It's much better to just throw a sinker.
I think Katsu could potentially do.
There's no defense reactions.
There's no defense reactions, but
you've got tap reactions,
right?
Yeah. But isn't that what Katsu's
banned as well?
What's that?
There's lots of reasons. Heart and cross traps banned. There's the problem with Katsu is if your strongest line is surging, and to get surging going, you have to pitch a blue.
Yeah.
And
right. The biggest payoff of Katsu is doing something with bonds, which you can't do. So you're essentially going 5/5.
All right. I gave no thought to it.
You could just run leg taps, like.
You can run leg taps.
This is what I want Simon to do. I want Simon to, because Simon, I know Trip, you do know your Katsu, but Simon is like, I feel like the Viscerai of Katsu, or with me.
If you were going for full value,
yeah, that's what I want.
If you're going for full value, you'd end up running head jabs and leg taps. The leg tap line is pretty good actually. If you've got leg tap, rising knee thrust,
think value, yeah.
Blackout kick is 1 for 7. It's a pretty good line off of 2 resources. You're doing 9, 16 off of 2 resources plus a Kadachi.
And I'm waiting for Trip to say, yeah, but Phi. And I go,
I was literally going to say, because like Phi,
this is what I'm saying. Like Phi just comes out and goes 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 4. Done.
Yeah. Or he pitches a blue. You get your 3 go again for your weapon, then you finish with the 1 for 7, which is the deal 2 5 attack. So. And you don't have to play any games, right? You just it has to be draconic. Okay, yeah, but you
Phi, I think it's draconic though.
Yeah, you can just you're running rainbow brands, so it's not too hard.
No,
I think that's kind of beside the point though, because like what I think, and I'm sure this is what Hamish thinks as well, is that there actually is a lot of space for mid-range decks in Silver Age, and I think people are looking at these incredibly explosive decks, and it's just early format stuff, and actually there is a lot of disruption. There's a lot of 4 blocks. They're just in certain heroes, and a lot of those heroes that have access to them can play quite a mid-rangey strategy anyway, so it's actually not too bad. And there's a lot of ways of recurring cards, like Hamish is saying with Verdance and Evergreen. Any Earth hero can essentially have an infinite engine, and a lot of heroes have access to weapons that can give them a very long game plan of throwing fours forever.
I feel
I think it's really exciting that if everyone wants to play aggro, well, that's great. We can all come out and we can find a way to deal with that.
I've actually turned around and made this deck and suddenly just looked over and went, have I just basically made a slightly worse Terror deck?
I think when I saw your deck, I was like, so you've really leaned out of the arcane, so what are you doing?
No, but I think all I'm doing is using the health gain to implement more value.
Yeah.
Which you can't do. But you don't do that in Terror, but you just basically create might tokens. But the might tokens also equal health. And I think on small differences, she isn't irrelevant, because I think she's doing very small different things against a particular meta that actually gaining that life and leaning into gaining that life to deal arcane damage each time you're doing it is something you actively want to do, which if you're playing Terror, you're fighting for the also good Guardian cards. I think
you could also just play Big Briar as well. Like you could just do the fuse.
Let's bring back Big Briar.
Yeah,
I do think Florian. I was like, I could just play this deck and just play Florian.
But that's the fun. This is the fun thing about Silver Age is like you can. It's an experimental time in the game, and you can do stuff like build a Verdance and then be like, actually, you know what? This hero probably would be better, because there's not a huge number of we don't have access to the specializations and stuff. And the other really exciting thing is everyone's going around, I'm going to play really aggro. It's like, well, there's ice in the meta. It's the only meta really at the moment where you can play ice heroes, and that's really exciting because ice heroes. I think that Icelander is one of the most interesting heroes in the game. The problem is that bloody Stormstriders is just a broken card, and so any
how do you end the game
is just annoying to play in, and Stormstriders isn't in the Silver Age. So
how do you win the game?
Icelander's hero ability to play cards on your opponent's turn is actually balanced and fair, because they can only play blue cards, and that's really interesting. And then the ice stuff is great, and it's a fun format, I think. So
I think Simon,
it's just fun to build
Sunday,
decks. It's fun to build decks.
It is. I think on Sunday, Simon, you're going to play it and you're going to be intrigued because what makes it very fascinating is that the building of decks is so low commitment. You feel like you've got so much creativity to just go, you know what, actually, I will play Gravy because it's going to cost me a tenner to make.
The buy-in is so low.
It's so low, and it gives it gets all of the same things going, and you still kind of feel like you really are playing that hero.
Well, you are playing that.
I know, but always, I think it's almost like what we wanted Blitz to always be.
Right.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, it's what we've always wanted.
It's not got the ridiculous two turn.
Oh no, you don't just turn and go. Well, no. Yes, you could, but there is those games. But at the end of the day, everyone goes, oh, there's no tunic. You can scrap all your legendaries. Don't worry about your crazy majestics. Did you get warmongers? All of that is gone. No CNC, no E-Strike, nothing. It's all gone.
Yeah, and the best equipment is just a rare. Like from Hunted, like it's great, and just
at heart as well. I think the three of us are all mid-range players, right?
Yeah, we probably lean either side of it.
I think I lean on.
I lean aggro for sure.
Yeah, I think basically we're all aggro mid-range, like. We're trying to be aggro, but we block. Yeah. Where I don't really like to play aggro that blocks. I like to really just do a big combo.
Essentially, Simon, we all play aggro badly. That's basically what we do.
Okay, fine.
Simon,
which is also called mid range.
Which is also called mid range. Yeah. No,
So I was right. Let's go. We're all mid range players at heart. So I think Sunday would be really interesting when we get a chance to play together, because it would be interesting to see the way we come out of the blocks. Like whether Hamish, because you've played a little bit more, you're attacking it from a different angle. Whether Tripp's Ira days just take him down a bit more of a.
Actually, I tell you what, Simon. You know what? You know what? I actually think this is not Blitz. You know, when it's almost as if it's the perfect sealed or draft deck. Does that make sense?
All right.
That's it. You know, when you play any draft or sealed deck, you just go, "Oh, I got 2 damage. I got 2 damage through. That's okay. That's going to be."
The rares are so important.
But you can just pick up the whole thing. Yeah, it's really, but it's draft mindset. It's like draft game mindset. Getting those small little 2s and 1s. And getting those, sometimes when you play draft or sealed, you get a blowout. That's the same feeling of that, of slow. And then when you win your when you go to your pre-release and you've done really well, and it's that. You
come away feeling like top of the world
a little bit. Well, no, but like how you just like, oh yeah, actually, I utilize these Garbo cards to its full effect, and I had a plan. Because you need one in this. I think it's the perfect starting thing Flesh and Blood always needed. It wasn't trying
definitely this is the thing, it's the perfect starter experience for this game. Because 100%. You can, like Hamish is saying, I've basically built 7 decks. And I didn't need to spend money. I can't say I didn't spend any money, because Thistle Tavern know that I did spend money, because I couldn't be asked to find some cards. So I did just order them for Thistle because I'm a lazy guy.
How much was it?
It was like pounds. We're talking less than probably actually less.
Is it
than
because
you're
a Push the Point patron?
I got my discount, but literally I was just like, I can't find a second copy of that rare. I'm just gonna buy one for Thistle.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like the building decks is the hardest thing about building decks is finding the rares in your bulk. That's a really good experience. When you're this is, and you're going to be able to go to your local game store and they are going to have a bulk bin, and then you actually are going to be able
for the first time ever, I did it at ProQuest. I literally just saw this bulk of Super Slam and just went, oh yeah, I need these. I loved it.
And the thing is, LSS has always had this in the game. It's something we've always talked about from the beginning of the game, is that commons and rares in Flesh and Blood are really powerful. But that's never really mattered, because the legendaries and the majestics in Flesh and Blood have always been so expensive. So it's almost been half my deck is common and rares. But it doesn't matter. My deck is still, £500 or something. If I want to buy a meta deck, it's still £500. Mm-hmm. And it's really great that LSS has sort of thought to themselves, well, actually, this is a USP for our game. The fact that the commons and rares in this game are very, very playable and regularly seen. Tipple was literally a meta-defining card in the top tier meta deck.
Seeds of Agony.
The point that it, Seeds of Agony. You know, and even just staples in Bare Fangs and things like that in any brute deck, which is just and it's really all the Rune Blood incantations and stuff. If you look at the top tier Living Legend decks, they're running commons, they're running rares, because they are some of the best cards in the deck.
Yeah.
And LSS have said to themselves, we can use this as a selling point for our game. You can have an incredibly enjoyable game of Flesh and Blood playing the cards that you're going to watch the most the literal pro players of this game. You're going to see them resolving Bare Fangs, and you're going to see them resolving Rune Blood incantations and stuff. And you get to play those cards too, and you could pick up that deck for less than, literally, you could probably get it for free if you've got a couple of people at your armory and you put out a request and say, hey, has anyone got this card? Has anyone got that card? You go into the bin and you can play with those cards and you're going to have a really good game, and that's fantastic. So
I would actually so far go on further and actually say that I think it's actually interesting to engage with it in a meta within itself. I think it's the first time, and maybe I'm running ahead with this, because I think we ran ahead with this with Living Legend when they first said it was a format and whatever. we'll wait to see what the meta does, but I think it is the first time ever I felt like I'm as interested in seeing what the Silver Age meta is as much as the CC meta. Because I think as well, we're all being a bit wishy-washy in our sideboards and our equipment slots because we don't know what the meta is. And I think it's very clear there will be, and it's also very clear that not all Silver Age heroes are created equal.
Yeah, like, the sideboard, yeah. Equipment, I think I'm quite happy with the equipment, but the thing about equipment is the next set they have specifically said there's going to be a lot of equipment for the Silver Age set that they've announced, the one where you're going to get a free pack of this set with each Silver Age deck. Pen Island is going to include a lot of equipment designed for Silver Age, and I think that's what's going to spice the format up. Is going to be like, right, they're going to print some interesting rares in the equipment slot that will be quite interesting, because at the moment pretty much everyone is running at least one Blade Beckoner in at least one
I think they
slot.
should ban that card.
I think they won't need to, because I think they will print that card out of...
Do you know why I think they need to? Needed. I think it's too heavily slanted into anti-warrior.
Yeah, it is actually, and actually it kind of just basically makes Kodachi irrelevant, like not even worth running, because it's so good against Kodachi as well. But yeah,
I think there's some wiggle room. There will be a meta, and I'm hoping, I really, really, really do hope that there's space, which there should be, for heroes to go, this is not going to be blitz meta, where really you're playing two heroes. And I hope, and it will be, and it might be, but I hope it doesn't turn into a, well, these are so silly that you would run them. But I do think that they're also going to be actively going, this should be banned. Like this, you know.
Oh, well, we spoke about that they might have like a really active ban list for Silver Age.
Yeah, but kind of a bit contradictory. Like, how do you think that will play out with a new player format?
Because it doesn't matter, because the cards are 2p each. Like, who cares if you ban Beckoners?
But it's
you
about
can just get a couple
more, you know. No, I hear you, but imagine you said, "Oh, so have you seen this card? Yeah, you can't play that. You can't play this. You can't play that." Like, it's not always fun to tell people you can't play when they're new and they're trying to discover.
There's a difference between turning up at your local armory and buying a Silver Age deck and playing it at your local armory. If you're going to take a Silver Age deck to a bigger event, you're going to find out what cards. And as Trip says, they're pennies.
Yeah, and I think the most important thing is that format is fun. Like, you are going to have one or two players who are like, oh, I can't play this card. This isn't the game for me. But you're going to have a lot more players who say, there's only two heroes that are playable in this format. This isn't the game for me. And I think having a format that is fun is worth having an active ban list for something like this. And because of the price of entry being so low, I think there might be we've discussed this before, that actually, like, I think that it's often an argument made that like a new player would be annoyed that some cards are banned, but actually I think that's just trading card games, like, we've got to have some faith in these guys and girls who want to play Flesh and Blood. It is a complicated game, and there is a ban list, and every format has a ban list. So the sooner you get the sooner you get your head around that idea, the better. And what better way than in a format where if a card gets banned, you can replace it for less than 50 pence.
Yeah, it's I completely agree. Really
before rares start costing £10 each. That will never happen.
That will never happen.
That will never happen.
Never happen. Never happen.
And so
I mean, the EV of a box would go through the roof if that.
Yeah, I know, right?
To be fair, it probably will actually like make people want to purchase a box. I mean, I watched after the ProQuest. I think it's Liam Canning. To apologise, I can't remember actually who brought the box, but Liam Canning was there, and he went, I don't have any Rosetta cards for Silver Age, so he brought a box. And then in that box, he got all the cards. He got all his commons and rares. And there's a token gesture of, wow, he pulled a Marvel Verdance. Just because he wanted some cards for his Silver Age deck. And isn't that just kind of cool? I'm a little bit inclined to actually buy a box just so I can go, well, these should be enough cards to probably get a Silver Age deck of probably most of the heroes in just this one box.
And like on the flip side, I was looking at decks and I found out that this was, I don't know, is it Richter scale? You ever heard of this card
Actually,
before?
pretty good.
It's in Mastery Pack Guardian, and I'd never heard of it before.
Is it cold
and
foil?
I was like, it's cold foil because I bought it from Thistle Tavern. Because I haven't opened any Mastery Pack Guardian, so I was like, oh, I'm just going to buy the cold foil on this.
I've got my cold foil Sutcliffe's Suede High boots. And I was like,
yeah, like,
oh my god, this card's playable.
Like, suddenly you're looking at cards in a whole new way, and you're like, oh, that's actually quite, that's not as good as what I'm playing in my CC deck. But it's like, oh no, I will pick up some Mastery Pack Guardian now because there's a couple of interesting playables in that set. Or maybe I will pick up Smash Palace because I need a copy of the new Bravo that, we'll be able to get as a new player's deck. But this is sort of thing that's really exciting for the game when suddenly your collection is not just your Majestics and your Legendaries. Your collection now, the cards you need to build your Flesh and Blood deck are your entire collection, and cards you've never even looked at before, you haven't looked at in years, and you remind myself, oh yeah, Snapshot, that's a pretty good card, maybe I should build a Lexi deck. And that's
Simon,
really exciting.
Can I ask you a question? Because I know that you've been busy for Flesh and Blood, and life's been
life is busy.
What's your honest gut feeling about Silver Age? Because me and Trippo are clearly very excited.
Wholly positive. Wholly positive.
Do you think something you would take part in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I can turn up to a store for an armory, a Silver Age armory, and buy one of their Chapter 1 or Chapter 2 decks, like for 10, 20
you
quid.
You could just make it at home
and play.
Prior.
No, I know I could, but I'm lazy sometimes, and I just want to buy a deck off. Like, I quite enjoyed game like armories where it was just a Blitz deck armory event where people just buy a deck, get free entry to the event, and play. Silver Age is going to be that, but better.
Well,
because the cards that you're getting in the decks are going to be
they're going to be good. You're not going to be playing like your. Remember the starter decks? You're like, what is it? Yeah. What is this?
That's it. No, that's it though.
The OG starter decks were awful. Yeah.
That sort of jankiness is quite fun, and again, I just think having a format. Commoner always struck me as a bit like it had a cult following, but it was always seen as like a lesser format. One, because it's called Commoner. And two, because there were like quite a lot of restrictions on deck building, and the cards, we've said, the rares are really quite fun. And if you've got a low cost entry point for new players, and it's a competitive format because people are getting really janky and thinking about how to build decks in this way and that way, that's only going to be a positive thing.
Yeah. Until the meta. But I think also listen, and I think
that's going to be a problem.
Maybe, but I actually think my positivity spin on that is we're all in the exploratory phase. The meta will show up, then there will be a counter to attack that, as always. And I'm intrigued of the janky weirdness when you can't just go Sink Below, Fate, CNC. All the things that we just see that happens in CC. Well, how do you deal with it with a common and rare that maybe this hero just has something stupid that you thought, I have to run this shield defense reaction that can give me +6 if I have a shield. Yeah. There is no other defense reactions. Do you know what I mean? It's really cool.
I think this is the thing, and then it's suddenly really interesting that Runeblade has got a sort of 0-for-4 defense reaction with the deal 1 arcane card.
0-for-5, you mean?
Well, yeah, I mean that we can talk about whether that should be.
No, that card should be banned.
Yeah,
that should be banned.
But then
reduce the rune.
No, Sigil of Suffering.
And then Ninja's got its 0 block 5 if the attack is 0 cost. And I think I haven't checked. I needed to recheck the ban list.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, wax off.
Yeah, wax on.
And then Ranger, I think, take cover might have made it through the ban list.
Yeah, that's 0 for 4.
Which is literally just a 0 for 4 defense direction with reload. I mean, the reload is whatever, but like, reload's really good. But like, it's also like, oh yeah, we could just block for 4. And it's with defense direction. It's like, it's suddenly interesting to think about heroes that do have access to those cards. And like, as was pointed out on our Discord, like everyone has access to two actually block 4 block cards with the one from High Seas, which is the one where you can look at the top part of your deck on the horizon, and the other one is Test of Strength, which is a little bit riskier because obviously if you're not a clashing deck, then you're giving your opponent gold.
Yeah, you don't want to get that. Literally, the on the horizon was like, this guy's a bit what a 0 for 4, and it's Fate for Seed. This is the best block card in the game. No one cares.
Block is so risky because if you draw it going first,
you can't arsenal.
Pitch it, you can't arsenal it, and but then there's a headpiece that lets you put a card from your arsenal back in your hand, and like, I think it's the eye patch one from High Seas. But this is just don't ignore the specifics of that. Those are the kind of journeys you go on with Silver Age, and it's so satisfying. You go down so many like little rabbit holes of like, oh, but then this card I've never thought about before works with this card I've never thought about before, and like that's really interesting. And then I think you just end up coming up with some really fun lines and builds, and it might not be meta, but it's fun to explore.
I will say, for everyone who is starting this journey, that there's a lot of common and rare equipment cards. I will say that easily 80% of them are not that good, and they're very, very keyed and focused around the draft set it was designed to be in. It's not flexible. It's just that one. Yeah. When you've got something that's a little bit...
This is great. This is better. So you can't see it, but this is good.
But there's like some high C ones that goes here. It's the Crab Claw. It gives you block 1, but you've got to do a thing from here to there. And you're like, well, why would I have that when I can just have a continuous constant block 1 with no hoops to jump through to get the block 1? Oh, this is a draft set. It was built for this. It's fine. Don't never see this card again. Do you know what I mean?
This one's less good.
Which one's that one?
That's the one. Pay 3. You can put any card on the top of your deck. Very good in my
Actually, there's another.
That I was telling you about.
There was another helmet I saw. Pay 3 to draw a card, and I was like,
oh yeah.
Guess who runs that? Dromai.
Zen probably.
Dromai, yeah.
Dromai, that's pretty good.
Ash, draw a card.
But as the one of the decks that I got from Techno Foundry, which was the Zen deck, which runs Hope Merchant's Hood. But it runs all the cards that add Crouching Tigers to your hand, and then I
watched that.
Card. So you replace your Crouching Tigers with real cards.
Yeah, I saw that.
You shuffle first, and you might draw the Crouching Tigers. That's exactly the sort of thing that's just so exciting about this format.
I did see that.
You're never going to play that in CC. You were never going to play that in Original Blitz. But that is very cool, and like that is the sort of fun thing. You're playing a card from Welcome to Wraith that we used to play. Yeah, Hope Merchant's Hood was the card you played when you didn't have access to
Welcome to Wraith
the meta cards, or
even
Welcome to Wraith.
I had that in my Viscerai deck because I went, I have this in my because my starting I could be basically all attack action cards. I need Hope Merchant's Hood.
And it's so cool that like it's come back and it's still there. And I think we talked about this earlier in the podcast, which we were saying like, well, what Living Legend, it's a way to play the heroes you don't get to play anymore. And it's like, well, actually Silver Age is that opportunity too. You get to play all these heroes you might not be able to play before, as long as they weren't printed in Majestic. Then you're
playing. Printed in Majestic. You can play Icelander.
Yeah, but so you can't. So yeah, you can play Icelander. There's a couple of heroes that were actually only printed in Majestic, so you can't play them in Silver Age. But there's so many like New Prism, for example. But like Blaze and
Blaze. Really? You can't play Blaze?
You can't play Blaze. I think you could play Vincent.
No, you can't play Blaze.
No, you can play Vincent.
You can play Vincent, but you can't play Blaze because Blaze was only printed.
You can play Icelander because she was in Uprising.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even though she was a majestic.
And you can't play Shiana.
Remember when Icelander was just in the meta for
Emperor?
What's that?
But it's very exciting, and I just think it's going to be a really fun experience. And I hope that I'd like to see a couple of armories start to run.
That's a shame about Blaze. I actually genuinely think that's a shame about Blaze.
Who knows? Maybe she'll be in the next set as a rare. That's the sort of thing they can do. That's the power they have, right? They just have to print it in a rare. And suddenly...
I would love that. I'd actually turn around and go, oh, see these Blaze promos we got?
Yeah, we could actually play them.
Oh, I'll tell you who I really want to make for is
Blaze would be
Scurv.
Really good, so. Yeah, Scurv looks great.
I don't know why. I'm actually like, this hero.
It does matter. Well, apparently matter. But Scurv is cool, you know.
He just
gain a resource, go again. What more do you want, right?
Her Majesty's Pummel. That is what the deck is.
Pummel.
Right.
Pummel pretty good. Pummel might get banned.
All right, boys. I think we're getting to the end.
What a great time to be playing Flesh and Blood. I think this is very exciting.
I think it's a great way in.
Simon's like, yes, I am tired. That's all I heard.
It's just like we've been live on this Discord channel for an hour and a half. So
no, you haven't. It's been an hour and 10 minutes, but yeah.
It says an hour 31 and 50 seconds because there's now a countdown.
You can't tell the patrons how long we've been.
How long we preamble before the episode starts.
Nattering.
Have a great weekend and week, everyone, and we will see you on the next episode.
If you're going to Battle Hunt Edinburgh, enjoy.
Yes. Love you, bye.